Hi everybody, it's Yazzie here, and I have a reading for you, and it's kind of like a channeled message, but it's also from a dream, so we'll get into that first. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. This is a message where if it doesn't resonate for you or certain parts of it don't resonate for you, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. It's just not your message. It's not your reading. But this one's going to resonate in a very different way. But first, as always, let's start with this. I ask and invite in the gods and goddesses, archangels, guardian angels, deities, entities, spirits, spiritual teams, spiritual guides, ascended masters, our higher self, our inner child, our inner teenager, our shadow self, and the universe to be present. I ask that you all would please banish and remove anything and everything that is not meant for us, including negativity, negative energies, negative entities, evil eyes of all kinds, and negative monitoring spirits, as they are not welcome nor are they invited. And I ask that you all would please purify and cleanse this space, the tools in which I use, the cards, and myself, so that this message comes through clearly and with clarity for the collective this evening. Please and thank you. Okay, so this is interesting. This is going to be a little bit interesting. So the message, the first part of this message, this is based off of a dream I had literally last night. And I had two dreams, but apparently I can't remember the first one. Apparently that was not relevant. I had to go over this one, the second one, 144 on the timer. I had to go over the second one that still has stuck with me all day today. I had to kind of talk with the universe and my guides and everything about understanding this. So in this dream, it was me, and 202 on the timer. It was me, two of my sisters were in it. My mom was apparently in it. Apparently her ex-husband, 212, and apparently I guess one of his the youngest son from previous marriage was in the dream. But the weird thing about it, it was kind of odd. So my mom, one of her legs, I guess apparently looked as though it was like very prosthetic, which is not the case in the actual physical world, 234. And the ex-husband, the youngest son from his previous marriage, was apparently like a young kid again, like really young kid, and his other two sons weren't there. But then there were things coming through where my two sisters were in like some movie. They were like stars in a movie, and apparently it was kind of like a Harry Potter kind of wizardry movie. They were in it for some reason, and we were in an apartment, an old one that we actually used to live in way back when. And for some reason, something with my mom, that she was just really like angry and aggressive and just mean, far more than she ever is 321 in actual, real life in read this setting in reality. But she was just really on one for some reason. So I start taking note of all these weird, strange things. Like, this is not the case. I know this youngest son is not this age. Where are the other two, 3, 4, 5? What's going on with my two sisters? What's going on with my mom? Why is her ex-husband here? Like, I'm taking note in the dream, like I'm aware. 3, 3, 5, 4. And she asks me to go get something in the cupboard. And I feel her kind of like 404 kind of come up behind me. She's talking to me about something. And then I stop for a moment and I start saying something, 414, and I start going over all the things that are not correct, like are not right within this dream. Like, I'm understanding what's going on. And the phrase I say at the very end is, "This is not the right reality." And I hear her chuckle behind me and say, "Very good," or "Good job. You're noticing." And I go to turn around and look at her, and oh, she looked 444. She didn't look human at all at that point. She looked very, very different and was smiling eye to eye with me. And within this dream, I like wake up 456. I wake up and suddenly I'm still in the dream, by the way. I'm not awake in real life yet. For some reason, I'm somewhere else. It looks very futuristic. And for some reason, I'm restrained 5'11 and I go to look, I'm kind of looking at myself, but it's in a very third person, and so was the part of it with my mom and everything. It's very third person view. But then suddenly I go to look down, my whole lower half is missing. This part of the dream for some reason got really kind of graphic in a way, but suddenly, I start realizing, wait a minute, this is not, something's off, clearly, and parts of me start getting replaced for some reason. 543 as I say that. And of course, this at this point when I realize like things are getting really graphic now, I wake up, of course. But it's like 555. But the whole point of the dream that I had is that, and the symbolism and the message is that something's changing within the reality, something's different about it, and there's something being replaced within it. And when I asked about whether or not, and I asked the universe, I asked, of course, you know, um, my spirit guides and everything, the phrase that they channeled to me was only time will tell on whether this thing that what this re I don't know if it's this reality or a different reality is getting replaced with. It's based on what is done, apparently. Only time will tell, because we still have the ability of free will. 654, everyone does. Even, as far as like whole systems and organizations and things like that, there's still that thing of free will, even within universal law. 707, as I say that. And it's just, there's like this change, there's like this ripple in time, like this. It's not a quantum physics thing. It's like a tear, like a tear in the. Oh, I'm trying to think of it. It's like a tear in the cosmos. Like there's a void. There's something where like something's out of place within reality, and however that may be, it's getting replaced with something different, something that who knows what it could possibly do as far as reality goes. But it was a very interesting channel through and a very interesting dream, and just the fact that I believe that as a collective, and it feels like we're feeling there's a shift, there's a massive change, and we're aware of it, which is part of the dream where I started realizing this isn't right, something's not right here. 808, and we know it. 811 as well. So just kind of pay attention. Pay attention to things around you, people, perhaps even what they say, what they're doing, how they're acting, even, because something's changing, and I cannot say that whatever's being changed or swapped out or replaced, it's hard to say whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. Because again, as I was channeled, only time will tell. So that was that part of the message, and it seemed really important to bring up, which is why I say that part. And even with the cards, it may not resonate with everybody. It's very specific. Okay, but let's see if there's anything in regards to the cards. And I didn't want to talk about the second half because I didn't want to, some people are squeamish, and I understand, but just know that it was interesting. And I still can't figure out like the futuristic place of where I was at in that moment. Kind of like, if you've ever seen The Matrix, you know how Neo, when he's in the Matrix versus when he wakes up, it was kind of like that, but not like in the same place as that. But it was definitely futuristic, that's for sure. But let's shuffle all of these, because I didn't shuffle them before. Apologies. But which deck do you want me to start with? Tell me again, which deck do you want me to start with? Okay, traditional. Thank you. But there's also like a lot of interference I've noticed on and off. And granted, the veil is extremely thin right now, so that makes sense why there's a lot of interference. There's a lot of things changing. There's a lot of things going on. But there are a lot of things changing as far as that goes. And things are starting, I think, with one of the readings I put out where it said, it was the picture one, 1032, where the moon is in reverse, where everything is out in the open now. It really is true. Everything's out in the open now. It is the truth. So be mindful, be aware, be open. Not open to everything, of course, but just open in regards to your awareness of things. But what do we need to know as far as the cards? Tell me what we need to know for the collective. What do we need to know as far as the cards go? Well, well, well. Well, well. We have the King of Swords and we have the Ten of Swords. Oof. Is the King of Swords who I think it is, or is the King of Swords the collective? Okay, so the King of Swords is the energy from before, where it was the Battle of Wits, where it was the King of Wands and the King of Swords, is the King of Swords energy. There's some Ten of Swords energy here too. What's going on with the King of Swords? Apparently they would like to speak to the collective. What's going on? What's going on in their life? Because we did get the update on the King of Wands, so what's going on with the King of Swords? Well, yes, I know Ten of Swords energy, but... oh. Backstabbing, betrayal. How so? Can you explain a little bit more? Please, can I get like one more card about it? Maybe, possibly. You want me to start with these? Okay. And the Six of Pentacles, wow, Six of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck as well. What's going on with this King of Swords and the Ten of Swords? Because that's some interesting energy. They're hurt. Why are they hurt? Unexpected changes, apparently. Changes in what? You want me to shuffle? Okay. So there's unexpected changes and it's hurt them in some way. But why? What are the changes that have hurt them? Can we get a little bit more? What are the changes that are hurting this King of Swords? Antique Anatomy? Okay. We have the Page of Swords now at the bottom of the deck. Page of Swords is relevant. Why is the Page of Swords relevant? Page of Swords was the backstabber, which I think the page in the Antique Anatomy, the Page of Blades has come up somewhere. I can't necessarily recall right now, but I know in my previous readings, the Page of Swords has come up somewhere. But the Page of Swords is the backstabber. Poor communication is what I heard, which even though the pages are the messengers of the group, they're also ones not in a very mature energy. So that's not, it makes sense. So it's not surprising. What was the poor communication about? Hold on, I didn't shuffle these the right way. Give me 1 second. What was the poor communication about? I just heard job. So perhaps they didn't communicate very well within the workspace. They may not have communicated very well in regards to a project. They may not have communicated very well as far as obtaining a job, is what I'm hearing as well. Oop. Cards just want to flip on me, don't they? Tell me a little bit more. What else? Is that the... Okay, let me phrase it this way. Is the Page of Swords the only change that is causing pain? It's the most, is what I just heard. So it's the most one that's causing pain, but okay. So this one flipped out. It's the Ten of Rods, but it's reversed. It has been flipped reverse. And usually the Ten of Wands, or Ten of Rods, sorry, is a card where you're carrying unnecessary burdens. You're carrying things that aren't just your own. So it could be that... Is it in relation to the Page of Swords, or is it in relation to the King of Swords? It's in relation to the Page of Swords. What happened? What happened with this Ten of Rods in reverse? They let go of the King of Swords burdens. They basically decided not to assist as far as whatever burdens or whatever pain, or whatever pain was being put out there by the King of Swords. Or perhaps they might have been seeking some assistance or help, and the Page of Swords felt that it was too much for them, so they just let it go and let the King of Swords be alone and handle it on their own. Tell me a little bit more. Why? Whoop. That is far too many, and you know it. That's like a good amount of the deck. No. That's far too many. No. Can you tell me a little bit more as far as what caused the Page of Swords to let go of these burdens? Or was the Page of Swords pushed into letting letting these burdens go, or did they just abandon the King of Swords? Oh my gosh, that is far too much. That's like a good amount of the deck. Stop that. They keep throwing my cards everywhere. Why? It could be the reason why my cards are probably flying everywhere is because the King of Swords is just... They're angry is what I just heard. So that could be why. Because like a good chunk of my deck just keeps flying out. But that is a lot. Can you pinpoint it for me, please? About the Page of Swords letting go of these burdens, releasing them. You want me to do traditional? Okay. The Fool is at the bottom of this deck. So perhaps the Page of Swords wanted a new beginning that didn't involve the King of Swords. Can you tell me a little bit more, please? About why the Page of Swords let go of these burdens. There we go. Now we got something. Well, we got the Five of Wands on the bottom, so conflict, which is clear. There's conflict. The Star and the Knight of Swords came out. Hold on, because of course I cannot show this the right way. But here is the Star, of course. But the Star came out with the Knight of Swords here. So that way it doesn't show up on there. So the Page of Swords decided to pursue someone else, is how it's being channeled through. And that's why there's conflict with the King of Swords. The Page of Swords has left them behind. They abandoned them. They walked away. They walked away because the burdens were eating them up. So then, can we get a little bit more about the Star? perhaps how they play a part in this. Can we get a little bit more? As far as relations go? Because clearly this is a problem. Can we get a little bit more as far as the stars part in all of this? Oh. The star is the collective. You're the star. Oh, this is a whole turnabout. Because the King of Swords was also wanting to come into your energy, but now the Page of Swords is wanting to come in now. Interesting. Interesting. And we have the Six of Cups on the bottom as well. Interesting. We're going to grab the Antique Anatomy. Why is it that the Page of Swords is coming towards the collective now? I thought that the King of Swords was wanting the collective. What's changed? Why does the Page of... Here's a better question. What is their intention? These cards are relevant, they said. Yep, and this is double confirmation, the Five of Rods, the conflict. Because we have it right here as the Five of Wands. But what are the intentions? Oh, okay. So we have the Six of Coins. We have the Knight of Elixirs. We have the Star again, twice here. We also have the Moon. We have the Hanged Man. And we have the Lovers. These are the intentions of the Page of Swords. So they want to give. They want to give you... Oh, they want to give you their heart, is what I just heard, which explains why the Knight of Elixirs is here. This is someone who they want to come forward with their emotions, and they want to express them, of course. And that's also why the Lovers is here as well. They've made that decision in regards to wanting to pursue a connection with you, and it's the heart. It's the heart cut down the middle so you can see inside the chambers. Is something that they want to offer you. And then with the Moon and the Hanged Man, why have these come up with their intentions? They've been quiet for a while about this, is what I just heard, but their perspective was skewed before, apparently. Their perspective was skewed. Who was their perspective skewed by? I just heard their perspective was skewed by the King of Wands, but the King of Wands is not in this reading. Why? I just heard treachery. So the King of Swords has nothing to do with this, as far as them skewing the Page of Swords. It's the King of Wands, apparently. Are they all connected? They're all connected in some way. They're all connected in some way. I want a couple cards on this. How are they all connected? Why are they all connected? Between the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the King of Wands. I know with the King of Wands, they were battle of wits, King of Swords and King of Wands, but energetically anyway, because I think I stated that they may not know about each other in the 3D, but they definitely know about each other energetically. Can I get a little bit more explanation for this Page of Swords? How are they connected so much? Like, how do they know? New energy is what I keep hearing. New energy, new energy, new energy. But what else? What else? Because there's got to be something a little bit more. Is it just new energy? We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom. And funny enough, underneath the Five of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the Five of Wands that I saw before, the card underneath it was the Nine of Pentacles. And look what came out. The Nine of Pentacles. They're involved and they're a part of your new beginning. They are the wild card is what I just heard. They're the card that you were least expecting to come through. That's why they're here now. And that's why they've gone against the King of Swords. The connection was unbearable is what I heard. Oh, that would explain why they let go of the burdens of the King of Swords. They walked away because they had to. They had no options. They had no choice. It was something that was guided for them. But as far as you as a collective, they're your Ace of Cups. They're your Nine of Pentacles. They're someone who is coming through to give you something new. Something that you deserve. That is well deserved and has been quite a long wait as far as that goes. I keep hearing the King of Swords tried to, or I'm sorry, not the King of Swords, the King of Wands tried to get in the way of it, tried to blindside you energetically. So then that way you didn't know they were coming through. Is because the King of Wands wanted to stay in that top place is why. And even though the King of Wands, yes, they're doing their work. And granted, they're not in this reading, but I keep feeling it keeps coming up in their energy. Even though they're doing their work, that doesn't mean that they deserve the place with you. Because what really matters is their intention of why they're doing it. Because yeah, they may want peace. Because of the last reading, they may want their peace. They may want to match the peace with you. And they may be doing the work, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the universe wants you to be with them. Because there's always still that free will. It can still change. They can still have a change in perspective and then can fall back into old ways. Anybody can, of course. But if it's something from the past, which the King of Wands is and the King of Swords is, and the universe wants you to start something new, guess what? The universe is going to push you to new instead of going back to previous or old. And it seems that this Page of Swords is the new. And they have now been introduced. This is a very interesting, energetic little battle we got going on here between all three of them. The King of Wands hasn't physically come through in the cards, but their energy is here. It's coming up. So, I guess we're going to have to see what happens with all these energies, because now with the King of Swords and the King of Wands and the Page of Swords, they're going to all have to figure out where their place is. And at the end of the day, it's still up to you. It is still your decision. And who knows, the Page of Swords might surprise you, even though they're in a bit of a, just because it's not a mature energy, they could be younger, but that doesn't mean that they're not mentally, emotionally, and spiritually mature. There are plenty of people that are in a younger age, and believe it or not, they are wiser than their years. So just keep that in mind. But is there anything else? Nope, that is all. All right. Well, I hope that this reading gave you a great deal of clarity, a lot of just everything is just like everything's getting revealed. Like I said, everything's out in the open now. But again, I hope that it gave you all clarity, and I do want to thank you all for joining me this evening, and or at any point in time, whatever it is, time of day for you. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and thank you all for your support as well. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, and be safe out there. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.